Well, if you didn't know already, American University's favorite television show is The West Wing.
Oh,
So,
I'm delighted.
how much do you think fictional TV shows influence voters? I mean, kind of like Saturday Night Live, The West Wing. Did The West Wing kind of help point out issues that needed to be fixed or worked on?
I hope not. Because that would say we have a lot of work to do
Sure.
in our country. No, I'm only joking, of course. You know, our show was not to try and get you to eat your vegetables. It was basically a celebration of the American character. It was a bow, if you will, to the 3 million so-called kind of government employees who don't get much attention. The people that stay in their job year after year when administrations change and politicians come and go, these are the good and decent people that really keep the country afloat, despite some very poor leadership on occasion. And we were trying to say that the country depends on community as much as individuals, and that these bureaucrats, and I don't think that's a good name to call them, but they are so often referred to as bureaucrats, are the blood and the muscle and the heart of this country. And because there are so many good and decent and honest people that do it, it works despite poor leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we were able to do anything, we were able to shine a light on that service and put a face and a heart on those people. And at the same time presented what we felt was an idealistic form of leadership in the name of Jed Bartlett.
Mm-hmm.
And we came at a very interesting time, as you know.
Sure.
And I was very honored, and it was the most gratifying thing I've ever done in my life, really. I still reap some residual, undeserving plaudits for that show. And I love doing it, and I love the people that I did it with, and the ideas that we presented, and I still miss it.
Well, all AU students were very glad that you did it.
Thank you.
And kind of changing gears a little bit, AU is also well known for its social activism. We have a very strong Fight Darfur group. If you could give some advice as a lifelong activist yourself to younger students, to college students, what would you give?
Well, I'm going to address a little of that
Sure.
This night, and I would say just basically, I think you have, for any social activism, you have to have a great love for social justice
Mm-hmm.
and a skill, of course, to keep you going. You also have to have a tough skin, a soft heart, and a great sense of humor. And I think that you have to accept both success and failure with an equal measure of surprise,
Mm-hmm.
and keep on keeping on.
Sure. As a man of faith, what would you say to people, or what do you think is the appropriate balance between politics and religion?
Well, it depends on what religion
Sure.
you advocate.
Sure.
I don't think religion belongs in politics.
Mm-hmm.
Based on experience, I think we all have to agree on that.
Sure.
I think that spirituality is extremely important and necessary for anyone that aspires to serve. Anybody that wants to have a political public life of
Sure.
service, you have to have a measure of spirituality and hope and faith and a love of people and your work. If that is a result of a religion, fine, so be it. But for everyone, religion should be a transcendent experience to our humanity. After all, Christian religion advocates that, as we celebrate in the Christian faith the descendant of God in our humanity. That's the great mystery, and great genius of God, I believe, that God dwells in our humanity, in our brokenness, in our darkness. You know, the other side of the coin is that my favorite quote of Gandhi comes to mind. He said, we shouldn't be too critical of Christianity. It's never been tried. You know. So I think it's about being human and not religious.
Sure.
I think it is about being compassionate and not political. I think it is about being of service and not self-service.
Mm-hmm. Kind of to close up, we all here are, studying public affairs or studying international service, among other things. And many of us are going to be living in cardboard boxes our whole lives, but we'll be working to make a difference. We all essentially believe that one person can make a difference.
Yes.
Do you feel that you've made a difference throughout your life?
Only on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I chose a path very young in life, both as an actor and then later as a young adult, as an activist, because it was a way I found to unite the will of the Spirit with the work of the flesh. And there I became a whole person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is fundamental to all our lives and our work. If we can find that balance, because if you get too far in one or the other, you're off balance,
mm-hmm.
And you're not free. But if you can find a way to unite the will of the Spirit with the work of the flesh, you've won your freedom, and you're entitled to explore the open road.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to thank you so much for the chance to talk to you today. It's been a real honor.
I've enjoyed being a windbag.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man. Good. All the best. You're going to be there tonight.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't miss it.
I think you've heard my whole speech.